Good morning. This is the Kathy, Vic, and the Deeply Awake and the Mama. And we are quite pleased to be with you today. We are breaking a rule for you. And we shall say that this one had and has rules. And to have a rule broken, well, consider that an honor when she goes against her better judgment for a higher purpose, normally, always, we would say. And so this brings up some things. We would like to do a longer transmission now, and we will finish up with a small one. She's unconvinced that there will be enough juice, and we assure her that all is well. Dear one, fear not. We think it's cute. The book was better, and it's a picture of the Olympics, you see, with a CD, a Game Boy, in the book. And the book is first. Oh, what could that possibly mean? It was not lost on her. She wore green pants and this shirt last night. But very little is lost on her anymore. This is what we wish to discuss. We laid it out very plain what we were doing with her yesterday. And the smoke is not your family members, it's just incense today. Those who have been following along have been seeing visual anomaly, and they have been witness to bizarre sounds, and this was happening far before some of the physical activations, we would say. And this is what we would wish to discuss. It has to do with proof, dear ones, and outcome. She and the Melissa spent 3 hours today discussing but it started out with electromagnetic theory, because this one didn't understand why it was we were telling her to shut off the lights. And it's like it's just something she has to do. She doesn't understand. And we'll give her a pass if the lighting is far enough away, but we know we can only go so far. And she wanted to know why, because she didn't understand. From there, after quite a long discussion, which actually, of course, delved right into the atom, right into subatomic wave theory, dear ones, the discussion was that of magnetism. This one describes magnets. She sees them as liquid, which contain within them the essence of incompletion when singular, and a sense of profound completion. And we wish for you to understand that word, really understand it, when thinking about two magnets like that. Okay, it's important. And we left the conversation with the Melissa with the request that Melissa be now on her knees and with her fingers in the dirt, because Mama needed to talk with her, and Mama needed what she had built up, the charge that she had built up. You are receiving the charge, this one built up. The Melissa was told, well, you must go be with the Mama. She will explain. She will be so grateful for your profundity, your wisdom, your newfound exuberance for life and for yourself and for this one. And this one will be in front of the camera talking with Mama, and Mama will also be assisting her. And so here I am, dear girl. She's had a meditation, just a simple walk from bedroom to bathroom. It is true, it is true. One cannot have love without respect and trust. Oh, how I respect what I see in the camera, the words I hear, the knowledge that is somehow imparted through me and to me and stays with me. Oh, how I trust. This was dispelled, this lack of trust was dispelled last night. The Dave served as a very good resistor, capacitor actually, and as did the Sam. Sam is more of a, well, still the electromagnetic words fail, and this one must do some homework, so she is more well versed in electromagnetic theory. However, the sun held the container. The Dave acted as a resistor, and the charge grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. At a certain point, this one was laying on her bed, pleading with the Dave in silence. Please, just turn off the light. Please, just go to bed. Please, please, I need to talk. I need to go. I need to be away. Oh, please, let me please unfurl myself. Please, 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 go to sleep. Please, go to sleep. And of course it did not occur. And there was a good reason for it. La 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 la. This brings up, in essence, well, many things. First, we have said over and over again, we have not said it a lot, but we've said it enough that it should be a theme, that this is not the time to be thinking, well, so and so and this and that and the others. No. No. For her, and soon enough perhaps for you, it will become more and more important to understand what it is you are emitting, and dear ones, what you are attracting. These are dual energies. This is a push-pull engine of reality creation. And so both came to the Skype having had allegorical experiences with capacity, resistance, many things like that. However, they were played out in daily life. They were played out in events. They were played out in relationship to others. And so there is a bit of a need to discuss one's interface with others. This is the important part. Remember, dear ones all, the 7 chakra system, your Merkaba, your light body, your DNA has a span of, have we said it? Well, the numbers, they vary, but we prefer the number 27 to 28. 28 is a false, it's a red herring, because we are not in base 10, dear ones. We are in base 12. Therefore, 10 is a nonsense number. It's a placeholder. Helpful. The new beginning in null. Well, isn't that interesting? Circle and line. Electron spiraling. Neutron standing tall and running energy like in a container, like a crucible, like a line. 10. Isn't that pretty? Reminders, dear ones, reminders all. However, 9 is much more appropriate, and so we would say the field is 27 feet in diameter. Can you please understand what that means? 3 feet in a yard. How many yards does your influence go? Physically, electromagnetically. We say it's just the beginning. Imagine the 24 spinning balls of what we can only at this point call energy. Aligned, spinning, alive, enlivening, and communicating. With what, dear ones? Oh, we would say with the 12 strands of DNA, or if you'd like, 12 layers of DNA. It's not a fluke. The genesis of the tones, the Pleiadian tones, that there are 24. You know, they're based on 12. They all communicate. Why this one has and continues to grieve for not being able to make 2 tones in the body. Oh my, doesn't that tell you a little bit? So, as the chakras go from purely linear to a more comprehensive expression, do you not understand that the influence widens, deepens, begins to be enlivened more and more and more and more? With white, we would say, with the all, and with 24 prismatic, encoded, communicating realities. Can you imagine the influence? Can you imagine? This one had an understanding. It wasn't even a vision. Driving to work one morning, and before she could even park in the parking lot and spend the 20 minutes she always needed to spend just to get herself together to go into the next thing, she had to stop at the 7-Eleven and message the Nancy and say, hey, there's this thing going on with me. It's written. It's in April of this year, we believe, but we don't know. Who cares? But she was at the 7-Eleven saying, oh dear Nancy, today is different. Today I feel like I contain the earth inside of me, and yet it's not a part of me. It's out there, but it's inside, and I can feel the tension, and I can feel the lines, and I can feel it all. And I know there's responsibility attached in this. I can feel it all, Nancy. I can feel it all. To which the Nancy responded, I know. I know. And this is how I know. And it was explained. To not be alone on these journeys is very important, and to have someone like the Melissa who can see. Well, my oh my, what a gift. But we say that this, through the night, the respect for the words, not for the affect or for the timing or the anything, for the messages, for the guidance, all through the afternoon was testing. Tough. And then laying down and not having surcease. But it really was through the night then we were able to work on the trust. Trust is a very high level skill, and it's tested so thoroughly amongst you, is it not? Isn't that what you like to do with each other, among other things? but to push and pull on that trust. I love you. Watch as I do this. I love you. Watch as I refuse to do this. And that trust. And we would suggest that sometimes it breaks apart, and sometimes it's entirely appropriate. We pulled the video about the energetic management. It contained a mechanism that is far too powerful for the consciousness at this time. It could be used to do harm. There's not enough responsibility, understanding, standing, and self-respect yet. It's just not enough. Not enough profound love for others. Just not enough. So, no access. No. But we are saddened because we had a lovely discussion of a picnic in there. And so we're going to tease that out, and we're going to give that to you for the small one. The question was doubt and denial, seeing these as described yesterday in I Cracked the Code as a form of what, everyone? Well, that would be resistance, which we can assure you is far more than a simple psychological construct. You can take that to the bank. Just crack a book on electromagnetic theory. Yeah. Doubt, denial is a lovely resistance, which, when met, there can be argument, but eventually there is it's not a walk, it's more of a slingshot right into the null. Right into the null. The null is the mother of the code. The null is the mother of resistance. The null is your fondest lover. We can tell you that. As energetic beings, you understand the null. You just do. And so we know that part of your DNA is going bing, 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 bing. That's okay. Doesn't have to hurt. So we wish to talk about the trust. It is complete in this one. It's solidifying, and this will assist with making decisions. Oh my God. What kind of drink will I purchase? My mouth feels weird and my throat is weird, and I know I need to get something special, but I want the Dr. Pepper. It's what I always get, but the bubbles and it's too dark. Oh, tea, but sweetened tea, corn syrup, unsweetened tea. Oh yes, that's it. Well, my God. Are we going to pass every decision like that? Well, for a while we might. Why would we do that? Why would we let her? Can't you see? That is someone who wishes to do good. Who wishes to please. And who is she pleasing? She understands that we are here, and so we discussed the break a little bit more. We explained about dimensions having agreement fields, yes. And we can see these agreement fields as refinements of behavior. We really can. Refinements of expectation of behavior. Refinements of expectation of reality. Physical feedback changes. It refines. The faster the vibration, we really want to put to rest this higher, lower stuff. It's got nothing to do with better than and less than. It's got everything to do with speed. Speed. That's it. Just speed. So, Is it possible for a big clunky car with parts that are heavy, oil that is very heavy, gas that is not refined, stereo that sucks? How fast can it go? Well, you can soup up the car, but don't you have to get under it and open it up and pull out stuff that it came with and put in new stuff that's better? Well, maybe so, but still, how fast can it go? How fast can it go? How fast can a 57 Chevy go if you got a big, nice, clean, fancy V8? It's brand new, supercharged. Pretty far. But what if the tires are all crappy? And how much fun is it? You get in and the seats are ancient and the spring greets your ass, pulls at it, pokes at it. How fun is it? How fun is it? It's souped up. It's fast. Well, you would suggest it's a, what do you call it? A redo. Well, good. Have a redo then. You go faster. In the same circle, but you go faster. That's good. It's fun. And it's practice. To build up trust. To build up respect for speed itself. And a desire. There one's a desire for something different. Something that reflects the grace of the engine. It speaks of the power within. Can't you see? Such a wonderful analogy. And so perhaps the next car is a little bit fancier. How about an already refurbished Fiero? 89, silver, like a bullet. Pew! But a new engine. Better than a V8. Smaller, more efficient, and blindingly fast. The tires, they're not quite as bold. Stereo is pretty good. There's a cassette in there. I don't have any cassette tapes, but look at that. It's not just an AM radio. Damn. And there's a sunroof. And the windows are powered. How nice to not have to reach over and clink. And boy, is it pretty on the highway. Boy, is it getting noticed. Hey boys. Yeah. You want some Aerosmith? Yeah, Fiero. Consider, dear ones, that where you normally park, you parked it there, and you go down, there's no 57, 58 Chevy. It doesn't matter where it's gone. You know it's gone somewhere, but it doesn't seem to concern you. And the Fiero's gone. But in your hands are a different set of keys, so that seems to be okay. And staring at you is what? Is it a spaceship? Is it a spaceship? That would be fun. You could go pretty far in a spaceship. Pretty fast too, we say. It's possible. Is it a little Mini Cooper? With every bell and whistle? Is it a little fancy bug? Lime green, like a throat lozenge? Is it a pearly white Escalade? What is it? Is it a Jaguar? I got the Jaguar, Bob. Is that what you have in your driveway today? Well, we would suggest that the keys enliven the vehicle, which is a dream come true. And somehow the consciousness holding those keys understands that by labeling it, even putting a name, even choosing a car name for it, like a Mabel or whatever, somehow it's just not time. So it's truly not the time to take it to the DMV or whatever and get it registered, because if they asked you make and model, you'd look at them and say, well, I don't know. And they'd kind of wonder what you were doing there, wouldn't they? Wonder why you were presenting yourself for identification when you haven't even done it for yourself. So we can assure you that what is in your parking slot, wherever that happens to be at night, and just for the moment pretend you've got a car if you don't. Okay, come on now. This is how we get around. It's a very fitting metaphor. Just because you don't own one doesn't mean you can't play. Okay? Okay, thank you. So, what we're trying to get across here is that there are times when it is impossible to define what it is that you have come across and actually own. It is sometimes hard to even see it and even understand that the symbol of ownership applies to anything. Perhaps we are describing an empty parking space. We haven't said, have we? The keys are there though, and it's a given in your reality. You have a car. It just is always provided, always. So what is that sitting there waiting for you to put keys in? And how would you possibly do it since you can't find the keyhole? Weird. We would suggest it's simply standing in the space where you would anticipate a door with your keys in the hand. Starts the engine. Aren't there such things as invisible cars? Aren't there jokes about it? So, perhaps it's only when a driver sits in an invisible seat, the only thing that it seems to be real, that is a connection to this unreality, is this symbol that's in her hand. That it's supposed to look different than this, but it's still what it's supposed to be. It's my key to freedom and to movement and to connection and joy, communication. This symbol, and I can put it on the table. It exists, as do I. But somehow I know that if I go down to the parking structure and stand in that spot without the key, I won't hear it go vroom vroom. I have to take this, pick it up, and trust that it'll do what it's supposed to, because that's the symbol for it, and that's how it works around here. You can't walk around completely lost. And I'm going to go down there with the intention of going away to my next thing. But I don't know how. And then it comes back, oh, now wait a minute, I had a Pinto when I started driving. And then, oh yeah, then I had that 57 Chevy. Oh, and then the Fiero. Hey, wait a minute. My cars kept getting better. And then the flood of, oh, these other cars. Oh, yeah. So why wouldn't I think that this set of keys would start a car? Of course they do. I've been driving for a long time. Just that I can feel the car there. I just can't see it. So, okay. Oh, isn't this magical? And so funny to feel stupid, make sure no one's around, and pantomime opening a car door, and you can't hear it go click click, and you just instinctively know it's unlocked and because it's yours. So isn't it weird when you try and sit down that you don't land on the cement, but that something's holding you up? Wait a minute here. There really is a car here? Wait. Hold on. Well, then if that's the case, then this must be where the steering wheel. Oh, okay. So that would mean here, down this shaft, is a hole that I could put this in, and there it is. Wait, gotta flip it. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no resistance. Just right, now let's see what happens. Vroom. Would suggest that at times this is what is required, and that's asking a lot, you know. It's risking looking like a fool to others. It is risking looking like you are a child. Oh, and then what happens if nothing happens and you fall on your butt on that cement, and the oil spots seep into your jean pants? Then what? Well, then you get up off the ground and go, silly me, right? Or you deal with the laughter and the cruelty of the others who lack the imagination you do, and are pleased to see, so pleased to see that someone with a little bit more imagination gets smacked down. Oh, thank God. There's nothing here to believe in. I knew it. Punctuating. Bring it home by making fun. We would suggest that respecting one's vehicle, trusting one's vehicle, but more, dear one, the act of driving, respecting what you're doing, respecting you get to get connected, you get to find others with this vehicle. Plus, there's goodies in there. Ooh, first there was a crappy radio that had AM. Well, first there was the Pinto. You think the Pinto had a radio? Well, it might have, but it was broken, we can assure you. And then the Chevy. Well, AM radio ain't that bad. They got some pretty cool stuff on the AM. Just gotta be a little bit creative. And then, at least you can rock out with the FM. And somebody somewhere's gotta have a good cassette, right? The Oingo Boingo, or the Led Zeppelin, or something from another time, perhaps, but enjoyable. And then, one day, what's this? We bring this to a close, understanding that this light body, this Merkaba, this DNA field, dear, expands and expands and expands, and well, can you not see the analogy? At a certain point the vehicle becomes invisible, but completely functional, and more capable of doing what it was designed to do than the other models. So we like to use analogy and metaphor, and we like to tell stories. With refinements come refinements of behavior. Refinements of behavior. And refinements of expectation of self. What is it that you wish to experience today? Would you like grand cacophonies of sensory stimulation to assist you in knowing where you should and should not drive your car? Bumping into things that feel like walls. Okay, over here then. Over there. Oh, straight line. Okay. Oh, wait, it's curving. How do I go? Bump. Well, we would suggest this is the beginning of a refinement of reality creation, and this is what we were trying to explain to the Melissa, and which the Melissa assisted in explaining to the Kathy, with her profound understanding of electromagnetic theory, which she's only just beginning to understand as it relates to plants, smells, sounds, colors, emotion, thinking, behavior states. Melissa. So, refinement. And so, oh, please just turn it off so I can go. What does that tell you? What's the natural deduction? Doesn't she understand something? A thing or two, perhaps? Well, we would suggest probably not, but she sure likes to go places. A lot. And she's sort of she allows the Sam much freedom because she likes freedom herself. She likes to go away and play. And now she's beginning to understand how. Is that such a bad thing? If you doubt us, look at some of the videos. Look at the one where we are all lit up like the sun. And at one point she goes, ha, trippy. Yes, dear one, quite trippy. And the one where we are ourselves cannot see it. We cannot see it. Usually this kind of light you can see through the eyes. It becomes quite evident what's going on. But no, we could not see it when you go, that's awfully bright over there. And then isn't it weird, because there was like this spotlight action on the bangs, and you could see the light on the forehead, and then holy moly cannoli. So, is it real? She activated her little Merkaba and is functioning with 12-strand DNA. We say that, and it's so funny. But let's just say that, because for old time's sake, we used to tell her all the time when she saw us in the 90s, the point of all of this is to have 12-strand DNA. And her writing clearly states, well, I don't remember any of the DNA crap. I like to talk about the ways and these weird things that would happen in my life, and I liked sitting in the love. I could give a crap about the DNA. And so when this all began happening for her, and she heard the Cryan sing in that one thing by Daryl Layham, House of Lemuria, beautiful music. Cryan was referring to Dr. Todd as a time capsule, and all the lights went on, bing, 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 and it seemed as if she had permission to believe something she had not believed before, or it had just been out there, kind of like, well, it's I suppose not even possible, but maybe, who knows. And then boom, it's okay. Someone else has an experience, and you hear about it. Someone else has a thought, and it rings in you. Well, alright, but don't you have that happen when you look at a cloud? Don't you have that happen when you look at license plates that give you numbers? Why is it that we assign certain needs and things to people when they're sending you messages and assisting you? You don't tell a cloud, hey, come over here, you must be my partner for all time. No. that wouldn't work out too good. The person trying to hold the cloud would be sad all the time. Oh, my great love, look at, I held it close and it made me all, messy. I gotta go change my clothes. I'm all wet. Yeah, it's silly. So, messengers are messengers and people are people, and relationships are wise and good things to have, and the font of life. The font of life. And the point, dear, the point of it all. However, at this point, a refinement of such magnitude must be accompanied with allowing thoughts to go slow, putting them together sweetly, and not pushing anything. But she must make things go in her reality, yes? She must. Her sacred boom, 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 I must. To stave away the fear, to stave away hunger, to stave away need. So, all well and good. However, when encountering things that are less refined, we should say, well then, where is your respect and where is your trust? When you can clearly see that someone is in grave misunderstanding of certain very basic things, because their actions speak this truth, what do you do? What do you do? Well, we would suggest that is a helpful thing, and that feeling a sense of betrayal is simply a construct. It's resistance itself. It's denial of a truth, a basic truth. And that is that what lies within you, what has guided your life, and we are not talking to just the one before you, we are talking to you. The magic which has moved your reality from babyhood to wherever you happen to be right now. Look around you. Everything that you have around you, you have created, populated from your desires, from your willingnesses, from your lack of resistance. Are you not aware of that? All around you is the proof. All around you is the proof. What can't you trust? What can't you respect in some way? So start with self, yeah? Have you not begun to understand how much is in the self? And these need to be applied to self. Then they are simply second nature. You are not able to give anything but this to others. Because of course, we have the in Lakesh action, which is biochemical and genetic in its truth. But we also have this idea that self-management is the most sacred. There is far more sacred than uttering words of undying love. Well, okay, that's good. You go ahead and do that. How much undying love do you have within you, for you? Well, we'd say it is unending, but full of misinterpretation. To close, it's important for you to understand the simple reflectivity thing. The heart is the true seed of power. It's the true essence of reality and man. God made man. We've discussed it and we've been very, very vague. We can assure you the heart is where it's at. Then, with the dimensionality and a grid set, and the flower of life, the flower, is reflected here in one hemisphere or the other, doesn't matter, but one, okay, just one. And what is in the heart is reflected into the brain, thought about, interpreted, meanings assigned, significances assigned, whether you want to believe it or not, but only here. And to understand your heart in this vibrational construct, the information goes up, up, it's reflected, and then it's projected. This is what she witnessed when she saw the shattering. It was shards. It came together and made a cohesive picture, one that glittered and moved as she moved. She did that. Oh, that is me, huh? Look at that. But the face was distorted. There were many distortions, and we would say those were misunderstandings. So part of this has been to make it three-dimensional, or far more than that. Yes, the sulci and the hemispheres no longer causing resistance. Everything is cohesive. So we have said this is not, the brain is not a reflection of the heart. No. We would say it can be thought of as a bit of an amplifier. It's not quite right. It's more of an interpreter, organic interpreter. But its job is not to project. Its job is to communicate, to clarify, to simplify, to refine, to assist, We've talked about putting exhausted archetypes to bed, and we began by talking about putting fear and anger in little beds at dusk, music playing, and Mama stroking their face, saying, "You've not done anything wrong. We love you so much. We're not mad at you anymore. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be mad as heck. It's okay. But see, you don't need to feel that no more, because we love you, and you were put in charge of too much. You reacted. You just reacted. So you did the best you could. You coped. You put in charge of too much. We're sorry. Oops. We wish for you to rest easy and allow us to show you how much we see you and know you and love you and thank you. Rest easy." So it's a long meditation, is what it should be. We are so excited to begin transcription. We keep talking about it. And to this one it seems impossible, more impossible than ever, more impossible than ever. Oh. And the heart goes, where's the trust? Where's the respect? Well, it's buried in the notes. It's buried in the notes. This is the active trapeze artist, master level, the grand instructor who knows how to make the big swings, how to take the crowd's breath away. So We must build that level of respect and trust within this individual. Someone who has gone unseen and uncelebrated. We would just say bigger bang for the buck, baby. But wired for modesty and meekness. It's gonna be so much fun. We did tell Melissa, and we say this to close. We feel certain if this kind of information was being released randomly on the YouTube, if this kind of information was released and let to shine and glitter in the blogosphere, and there was a male attached to it, she would already be in company. She would already be supported. But the sexuality gets in the way, as do the wrinkles, as does the vulnerability. As does finding out about the keys to the universe through such things as the tenderness she feels for her son, the love she feels for others, and the abandonment she feels sure she has endured for no good GD reason. Interesting. Yes. The age, the gender, the refusal to be part of the academic system, the rebellion itself acts as resistors. But we can assure you, given the profundity, the depth, and the comprehensiveness of this study, as well as its obvious fabric of mind-bending, heart-twisting, belly-ripping synchronicity, would have us sitting in a spa in Sedona with luminaries. So these are things she wishes and cannot change, you know. And so this is the work, is it not? Is it not? It's so funny, it's so pretty. It's so pretty, it's just stunning. So we give you great love today. And it's there are punchlines all over the place. We're gonna do the picnic because it's so cute. And then we'll be done. We love all of you so much. It's just freaky deaky. So have a good one, guys. And please be nice to each other. Please. If you're gonna be critical, hold your tongue and eat your own poison. How about that? Let's start there. Just eat your own poison. Don't invite anybody else to drink from it. Just that much consciousness can help. Namaste.